Hey guys, welcome to my video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace a battery terminal on your battery cable. So if you have an issue and your wires on your positive or your ground are going bad and there's not a good connection to the terminal anymore and they seem like they're getting frayed and coming undone, I'll show you how to put a new terminal end on your battery cables. But before I do that, remember, if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss anything. And also, if you have any questions, definitely leave a comment and we'll reply back to you. Okay, so tools that you'll need or would be helpful to have are a pair of wire snippers and a cleaner to clean off the battery posts once you have the terminals removed. Wrench, this one happens to be a 7/16 nut on the old terminals, and you may need like a hammer to tap the terminals back down once you have the new ones on. Oh yeah, and it may also help to have a flat head screwdriver in case you have a stubborn old terminal and you need to pry it up a little bit and wiggle it to get it up and off the battery. Alright, so what you want to do is start by loosening up the nuts on both of the terminals. Make sure you have safety glasses as well, and it would help to have rubber gloves. I ran out of them, and I usually always wear rubber gloves, especially when dealing with battery stuff. So you're gonna loosen the nut up and then kind of wiggle the terminal, and it should come right up and pull off. Let's start with the negative one first. So on my positive terminal, this one's really stubborn. The nut is kind of old and frozen on there. So I've got to wiggle this and pull it up and out of the way. So right now, let's start by getting the old terminal off of the negative end, cable end. All right, so I have a pair of wire cutters and also utility knife. Gotta get out of the drawer. So right now I've got to cut this old end off right here. So all you need to do is take your snips, cut through the old end. I cut these snips at Harbor Freight. So there's one. There's the other one right here. Can be a little difficult to get through sometimes. And I just fell to the ground. So now you'll have like a couple of fresh cable ends like that. So you may need to do is take your utility knife and cut down on the protective shield a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do is cut back on the casing a little bit with my utility knife to expose some of the wire inside that's a little bit better than what was poking out. You can do this with the utility knife, or the wire cutters that I have aren't big enough to gauge cable. So I'm just gonna cut back on the jacket. Just watch it, take your time. Don't rush. And make sure it's done right. So there's a wire there, and I'm going to do the other one as well. This is an 04 Grand Cherokee. What I'm actually going to do, this is kind of a temporary repair for me. I'm going to end up getting the factory wire harness to repair the positive as well. It's like, I looked it up today, it was like 60 bucks to order it. And it's this big, huge harness right here. But this repair that I'm showing you, you can kind of apply it to pretty much any vehicle, or you should be able to, or truck, any car or truck. Some of these new vehicles have a lot of things going on. They have these funky wiring harnesses. This one isn't too bad, so we should be able to kind of temporarily repair this. Right, so this replacement terminal that I have has like a couple of ports on it. There's some big ones and some smaller ones. So I'll be able to push the two wires into here individually. It's set on the package, it's for a negative. It has an N right here, terminal. So this is what I'm using on the negative side. There's different terminals out there. If you just have one wire, you can get the cheap one wire terminals, and there's just like usually like a little clamp over the top. And you get them at the auto parts store for like usually way under 10 bucks. A lot of times they're like $6 or $7 at a pair. So I'm gonna push these in as well. And then get my Allen wrench. So I cramp down on these. Make sure we have a good connection. Yeah, as these vehicles get older, this is an 04, so it's starting to have some age on it. You start running into issues like this. And I was at work the other day, truck didn't start coming out of work. So what I did was I wiggled the cables and the truck started right up, luckily. And I knew there was an issue with the terminals because the battery's fairly new. So there's a couple Allen wrenches on the side of this terminal, making sure that they're both in. All right. Right, so now what you want to do is you want to take your terminal cleaner. There's a little post cleaner right here, and this top brush is for the inside the terminal. So make sure you clean up your posts like this before reconnecting them. Get all the grime off it so there's a good connection. And this is an old post, so I'm going to hit the inside of this one. Actually going to see if I can find the bolt after we're done filming to put through this to see if I can get this a little bit tighter. Alright, so reconnect positive first. That way it won't spark on you. Tighten that bolt down. On this one, it's frozen. So I'm going to tap this one into place so I know it's on there really good. And then connect your negative like so. And now I have an Allen for this one. Alright, so now I just need to tighten up on this other terminal right there, the negative one. And like I said, ideally this is how you would do the positive and the negative. This terminal that I have right here on one end has like an Allen wrench. So I'm using my Allen wrench to kind of hold the bolt in place while I turn the nut. So I ended up getting this one from AutoZone, if anybody's looking for this particular kind. It's probably, if I had to take a guess, more geared towards like a maybe like an audio system setup. But it's good for this kind of a wire too. Right, so that's pretty much it, guys. Just like wiggle the thing and see if they're firm in place. And so now your posts are clean, you have a new terminal, so hopefully any wire issues will be resolved for you. You can, like I said, you can apply this to pretty much any car or truck. And if you have like a two wire setup like I do, this post on the negative worked for me. I'm not sure if they have a positive one. I'll have to look around because I'd like to replace this terminal as well. And if you have any questions, like I said, ask a question. We're all here to help you out. And if I don't know the answer, one of our subscribers will jump in and help you out too. And we like that you guys do that. So hope this works, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.